What's up guys, Emperor John Kill 3D Gaming here with another video, and today this is going to be another very big video. It's a collaboration between Libra October, the Mad Kioma Reviewer, and yours truly, Emperor John Kill 3D. Each of us, mainly them, since they have much more experience and have suffered more at the hands of what's been going on with this Last of Us 2 game, since me, I played it once, beat it, never wanted to fucking touch it again. Okay? My sister, who you would think these themes would fit for her, nope, even she didn't fucking want it. So, I'm just gonna let you know that, one, I've been going at it with these people on Twitter, these Last of Us 2 apologists, that basically, if you don't like the game now, you're just considered a bigot. They're bringing up the whole bigot thing again because I've been called a bigot several times, and I've destroyed their arguments on Twitter, which you'll see one of those later on in the video. But this is more so to show you why The Last of Us 2 stole the Game Awards from much better and superior games. But I'm not going to be the one that tells you why the story and everything about that aspect was bad. When it comes to story, we're going to switch it off to Libra October. And he's going to tell you what he thinks caused The Last of Us 2 to fail.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Libra October. So I want to give kind of like a full context of why I personally did not enjoy The Last of Us 2 story as much as I can personally remember about it, because even as well, that was the main problem with part 2. The gameplay, like I said in my other video, I have zero issues with it. The problem was the frickin' story itself. So let me start off with Dina right here. The problem with Dina is they didn't give her time to develop as a video game character. They basically threw her in there. You didn't really know much about her other than she has a relationship with Ellie. And they didn't give like a backstory of how they met or nothing like that. They just threw her in there just to throw her in there. And I heavily disagreed that Dina did not get a full context of why they were in a relationship together. You know what I'm saying? And then another problem I have, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to bring up this one thing about The Last of Us 2. Who was this person I was playing? Why did you introduce me to a character called Abby way early in the game? What does she have anything to do with anything in the beginning of this game? Because even as well, like, you had to play as her. And the problem is with the whole story and the way they presented Joel. Like, I'm not saying that Joel wasn't eventually going to die, but the problem is they made Joel stupid. Like, literally, they made him stupid and forget survival skills that he learned for like quite a lot of years. Like, at least he has at least 10 or 20 years under his belt. How can they explain to me how he's so freaking stupid in part 2? They lead them into the basement, unarmed, by the way, and then they make Tommy spill the beans on their names. Oh, my name is Tommy. Joel. How? Explain to me. Explain to me how they would just blurt their names right out in the open, and then like Joel just gets his. Oh man, see, this is terrible already thinking about the memories of this game because like it doesn't even take long to kill Joel. Like they don't give a backstory to why Abby wants his revenge until like way later down the game. Like, okay, if you did the story segments first leading up to Joel, I don't think anybody would have been pissed off like they were. The problem is they did it incorrectly. They finished him off way too early in this game. And you, I'm sorry, this is not an excuse. Joel would not forget his survival instincts that he learned for 20 freaking years, and then suddenly be so kind enough to blurt out his name and help this woman. Like there would have been no like talk between him and his brother and say, hey, maybe we shouldn't fully trust this person, even while there's a lot of people looking for you right now. Like, why was there no conversation about that? Like, does that make any sense? I personally don't think it makes any sense. And then we have another problem. We have these extreme groups called the Seraphites. And basically, let's just put it bluntly, because even well, this reminds me of too much of real life in a certain religion, which I'm not going to explain in this video. But basically, if you don't believe their beliefs in this game, they will literally call you a sinner and a heretic, and they'll just kill you. Yeah. Oh my gosh, like, why would you put that in this game? Why do you have to remind me of these extreme religious people out here and that I have to deal with in the real world? Why did you throw this in this video game? Why, Neil Druckmann? Why? Tell me why. And then, I'm not saying the violence is bad, but there's a point where the violence is way too much, in my opinion. Like, literally, one of the Seraphites' leaders takes this poor woman, puts her on the ground, takes a hammer, smashes her freaking one of her arms in, and I have to see it. Like, Naughty Dog, Neil, like, tamper down the violence, man. Because, like, all this is just reminding me, or I shouldn't say just reminding me, it's reminding everybody how life sucks and people show their true colors sometimes. That's all this reminds me of, really. Now let's bring up the flawed logic of revenge is supposed to be good, but then later it's bad. Let me explain. So, the whole story after Joel gets killed early is Ellie's looking for vengeance, and she'll do anything to get that revenge. So then later much later, we get a cutscene where apparently Tommy somehow survives a gunshot to the head. Don't tell me why. I don't understand that logic, but okay. He basically comes to the farm where Dina and Ellie lives, which I don't even know how he would find the farm. How would he even know that they live on the farm with this baby is beyond my comprehension. And he basically says, look, you need to finish this and you need to get this revenge already. Like, seriously, Ellie's trying to have a good life with Dina and this baby, and you want her to go get revenge? Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. Freaking Neil Druckmann. And then, of course, in the story, you have no choice but to go get this revenge. Go back and get this revenge. Leave everything. Leave Dina and the baby. You had such a good moment there. No, just screw it all. Screw it all for this revenge. And then the tip of the iceberg that really, really aggravated me was, okay, you have her right there. She's freaking tied up. Oh, no, no, no. Let's let her go first. Oh, and then it gets better. She holds this kid up for hostage that apparently Abby gets to know. Yeah, and apparently this Seraphite is a boy. Spoilers. And oh my gosh, they fight each other, right? And all this crap you go with, never mind the fact that Ellie could just grab one of her weapons, just shoot the crap out of her. No, she has to melee her and fight her. So then all this goes, and then you see her start drowning her in the water. She gets a flashback, lets her go, and she leaves. She lets her go because suddenly she finally figures out that revenge is bad. Oh my gosh. If they at least let me kill Abby, the game would have been, somewhat worth of a dang that I went through this. No, they let her freaking go. And I didn't suffer as hard as PewDiePie did, because he did this game, and oh my gosh, I just don't know how he did it. But yes, he did it, and me, when I saw that ending, I'm like, wow, thank goodness I didn't buy this game. Yeah, somebody bought it to me as a gift, and that's the only main reason I played it. And was it even worth it, even though it was a gift? I'm gonna say no, but at the same time, I'm not gonna overlook a horse in the mouth. But the payoff wasn't worth it, and I'm never, ever, ever doing this again. I'm not doing a Last of Us 2 challenge. You can't tell me in the comment section. You can't pay me to do this. I'm not doing it. I've had enough of this game. I seriously am. And Neil, you could just go flip off and just burn. This is Labor October. This video is done. See you guys later.
Thank you, Libra October, for giving everybody more foreknowledge on why, story-wise, character-wise, setup-wise, and just overall why The Last of Us 2 is an awful gaming experience. Hell, even PewDiePie, who is at times a inconsistent flip-flopper when it comes to games he likes, like first he'll support games that are questionable, and then he'll support games that people do like. But even PewDiePie couldn't even bring himself to defend this game. He even's like, that's it? That's the question mark that this game leaves for everybody. Is that it? Now, ever since this gaming award has gone on, and The Last of Us 2 somehow getting Ultimate Game of the Year award, you have people now digging in and exposing that, oh, the game was obviously going to get that because gaming journalist votes, things like that. Hell, I give Naughty Dog one thing. They were able to steal the gaming awards better than Donald Trump trying to re-steal the election for America. I mean, hell, somebody was able to do a successful theft. Now, what I've encountered is people saying, oh, the gaming awards are fan voted. I've watched plenty of videos, like from Yellow2 Flash to Manix, a couple of others, who have even exposed that no, it's not. It's run by gaming journalists, and journalists are not real gamers. Okay? Gaming journalists are paid to like a game. Okay? They're paid to give a good review. Only once in a blue moon will they have to side with actual gamers, actual people's reviews. People like IGN always being paid to give pluses, because go look at one of IGN's reviews about this game. It's just a mess. There was no reason. The guy was trying to justify it in every sense of the word. Now, you can go right now, if you own a PlayStation, go on sale. There are far superior games that I'm showing you here. Hell, they've dropped the game to $30. I've never seen a brand new game, especially one that gets high ratings. Like Ghost of Tsushima did not drop below $30. They are desperate to sell this game. And if you don't think so, let's hear it from the Mad Kiyoma, the one who bows to no man, especially to feminism and agenda driven.
This is your one chance. Take the Lord Marshal's offer and bow.
I bow to no man.
He's not a man. He's the holy half-dead who's seen the Underverse.
Look, I'm not with everyone here. But I will take a piece of him.
A piece you'll have.
Hello? Yes, my lord. For you! I will make the video detailing Neil, Cuckman, and Anita. This is fine. This is fine, Miles. If it's going to be combined into a trilogy, oh, I don't mind it. Because, man, do I have a lot to say on this. So I don't need to talk about directly the game itself, but more of the behind-the-scenes drama. Well, I can do that. I can do that all day. I'm tired of beating the dead horse that is known as the game itself. Okay. I'll get rid of the ideology. Okay, gotcha. The Emperor has asked that I make a video discussing Neil Cuckman. Of course, it's always Cuckman and the Sarkeesian. But unlike the other one, who they're dropping possibly his, involving the gameplay and the criticism, I'm going to be discussing the developer Naughty Dog and the drama involving them and all the other stuff that went on in 2020, because it's 2020 at this point and nothing surprises me anymore. Okay, I want you to watch a documentary called Grounded. It's about the making of The Last of Us 1, the good one. Okay, that's good. You can get the idea of what Neil Cuckman used to be like. Then, after the success of that, he talked to Anita. And there's a recording of their discussion on that floating around the internet, so you can get a good copy of that somewhere. Okay, that's over. 4chan, Kiwi Forums, they probably got it on one of them things. The interview of him and Anita discussing. Then, when the leaks happened, they went and banned everybody on YouTube that was discussing it. And I mean banned. Like, you got those strikes. Like, you might as well have been a death sentence if you decide to report it. And then they made it so that when people reviewed it, you couldn't say the Abby review. Oh yeah, I remember. Skill Up had the problem. That was a big problem too. So there's that. And believe it or not, it wasn't just Naughty Dog coming after us, because they were manually striking, if I believe right. It wasn't a bot. No, they were finding and searching it down. It was Sony and Naughty Dog who were personally striking it. And then Neil comes out and says, yes, I was striking your channels. And he's like, I don't believe in fun, so have it again. That's the meme at this point. You all know that. He doesn't like to believe in fun. He believes in his ideology. That's great. Feminists has brainwashed him. There's another guy, bink! I could Thanos snap on my wood. Totally get rid of him. You have destroyed Naughty Dog's reputation. Honestly, I still think the leak how that happened in the one video I made would have been hilarious, because he treats his employees like crap, apparently. And let's not even put it was delayed because it was supposed to be polished to me better, but it was a mess when it came out. There's that. The fact that he also wanted to make it apparently in the first one, this isn't said in the documentary, but apparently from what I understand, he wanted to make it so Triss killed Joel, and then it was Triss and Ellie traveling around. That's dumb. It's dumb. In my opinion, it was better done as a father and daughter bonding and stuff like that. That was a good story. Very grounded, very reality. Then the story's a bombshell and a cluster mess. I'll let somebody who played and stuff for the game to accept that. But this is behind the scenes stuff. The fact you even went out of your way on Twitter and to say, if you don't like my game, don't buy it. I don't, you know what I mean? So nobody bought it. People in Japan bought it and then sold it. Like that same day. That's how much of a plague this was. The looters, and by the way, looters. I remember you riots, Portland, all that other mumbo jumbo, and all them others. They wouldn't touch it. I guarantee you, someone grabbed one of the other looters would grab that copy, throw it in the fire, and then put a copy of Fallout 76 because they like Todd better. Okay? That's how hated this game is. And then Cuckman bought us to say, please, please buy my game, buy my game, buy my game. I didn't mean what I said. Retracting it. He also was good at hiding some of the information and stuff like that it was. You're going to have to go back on older videos and find out some people reporting this. But there's a lot of controversy on the behind the scenes. Neil, I mean, is just falling from grace. Kind of about bad as Todd, except Todd, not so hard. He didn't tell the fans to go shove it, which, in quite my friend, is a horrible business practice. That's why BioWare got a bad rep with the Mass Effect 3 drama. Yep, I remember that. And the Ghost Child ending. They made it so they gave him no finger. And that's basically what Neil Cuckman did in a nutshell. By the way, there's a couple parodies which the Candle put out, which is hilarious, of this entire thing. And I'm not even going to mention the fact that Ismail is Abby. That ain't a woman. That looked like a dude. And Neil Cuckman put himself as a self-insert character doing that. I kid you not, people have literally considered that being a self-insert character. It's a narrative thing where you self-insert yourself into the setting, create a character that looks like you and kind of behaves and traits you do, and they're known as self-insert characters. That's exactly what Neil Cuckman did with that one character there. Fun. So, with all this put together, you had a powder keg waiting to go off. Let's not even forget the whole corona was going on, so people were in lockdown, so you couldn't socialize it properly, so that's happened. And when the documents got leaked, and we found out Joel got killed with a golf club, that has triggered a lot of people. And also, when you were revealing the trailers were just a flat-out lie. Not in the Infinity War way, which was a good way. No, they flat-out lied. Because Infinity War, you can pay like $10 and go see it in the theater. Or is it $20 now? No, you have to pay full $60 to get this horror experience. So, that should be fun. I mean, fun as in horrifying, but there's so much behind it. And I wonder if Zoe Quinn was also involved in this too. Man, Zoe Quinn. Oh, if you look at her details, she's a nightmare woman. But, the fact that you took advice from Anita of Sarkeesian, of all people, Gamergate, look it up. She was the big thing. I don't know much about Gamergate, but she was like the poster child of that problem. So, she's a feminazi. So you took an idea from that, okay? And to make matters worse, Abby is not written as a very good female character. Neither is Ellie in this. They're horrible people. Both of them. As a matter of fact, from the way the narrative was taken, it's portrayed that Ellie is the villain and Abby is the hero. No, quite literally, if you look at it and analyze it from a narrative standpoint, that's what basically it's portraying it as. Honestly, props to PewDiePie for slogging your way through that entire game. Give that man a badge of honor. Because that man almost died probably playing that game. And his reaction to how it ended was priceless. Like, that's it. That's what I suffered through. The story's ruined. So thanks to his things, and let's not even forget, this was supposed to be the last game of the PS4 generation. China! Yeah, I think Neil sold himself. China! In Sarkeesian. I mean, they might as well build a wall. A big shining wall saying, we don't want you across the other side if you're sane. We only want the extremists on this side. Get it a wall. So there's that. And here's the funny part. Ghost, that game bombs so bad that they won't even put it on below $20 on a flash sale. It's still full price everywhere. People were trying at some point to shove it in a bag to get rid of empty copies of it. That's how badly this game is sold. Ghost of Tsushima has sold way better and done way research and way better. It doesn't shove ideology and feminism down your throat. Power to the women! I can give you several better female characters written. Aqua, Kingdom Hearts. Samus Aran. There you go. Lara Croft in some of her works. A bunch of other people, female characters I've seen better written. Hell, The Witcher's female characters are better written. Saber from Fate Stay Night. I'm just giving you examples. Those are better written female characters than these two twits. And the fact that you had Troy Baker try to do PR thing and probably damaged his career, Cuckman. Thank you so that. Troy Baker's an awesome voice actor, but you damaged his career by making him do that PR move. Mind you, I don't think Troy Baker wanted to do that because it was probably he was paid to do it. Let's not even forget we were in lockdown when he put that thing in there, so he's probably bored out of his mind. He's like, okay, let's go. Fine. I'll make a 2-minute video on Twitter and damage my career. Thanks a lot. Ugh. So you damaged Troy Baker's career, probably the one of Ellie's career. Most of those other people's careers are badly damaged. And thanks to your messery, Neil Cuckman, the people who voiced it had death threats sent to them by extremists. I didn't hear Akita get any backlash. Matter of fact, the only people who know that crap are people who went and dug behind the scenes. Oh, I'm not even forgetting Skillups. Skillup barely mentioned that thing. You look it up. I mean, Skillup or one of the two. Oh, was it Upper Echelon? One of the two literally did that video and avoided the spoilers, and they copyright and struck it down. So anybody who tried to review it at this time had to tiptoe their way around it because they were wanting to do it. Probably doesn't help matter that they were probably paid to do this shit, but it doesn't matter. Because at that point, you might as well have sold your soul. I don't care if Naughty Dog threw $100 grand at me. Okay, $100 grand is a lot of money. I won't play that game. I won't stream that game and make my audience suffer it. I would rather suffer Kingdom Hearts 3 again than touch The Last of Us 2. And that's saying something, because I hate Tetsuya Nomura. But at this point, Neil, you are at the Tetsuya Nomura level of I hate. You're both fighting for position of I hate. If I was to say Tetsuya Nomura is the hater I hate in Japan, Neil, you're the American, the Western one. There you go. And that's y'all. The fact that you won Game of the Year means you gave him this under the table. We all know how the economy is now, so if Neil and Naughty Dog gave him the sweet green, that's the only way they could have won most of those awards or that much nominations. So, that's how you go. That's what happened. Now, Emperor, I really hope you take my, however long this video is, and behind the scenes knowledge that I know of this, and add it to a massive collab. Because, oh my gosh, I hope this buys a pinch-stream view. The other one doesn't have to suffer the gameplay. And my god, anybody that actually played the whole game, PewDiePie, give that man a medal or a thumbs up or something on him, because he suffered it. He suffered that. Stream it for everybody on YouTube. He probably needed to find peace with himself afterwards. Really did. Oh, another decent written female character, Clementine from The Walking Dead. Ha! I'm gonna drop a pipe bomb there. As always, signing off. I hope this piece adds great to the Emperor's piece coming up. Look forward to his, because the second part that was asked this has to come out, and then he will make the third part, and you'll have a full-length movie. See ya.
Round of applause to the Mad Kiyoma, and look at that. You guys are lucky. It transitioned right into my little Twitter battle where I basically shut down and destroyed the argument of a Last of Us 2 apologist. You see, this person hasn't been able to debate at all. So to sum everything up, they basically, the Matt Kilmer Reviewer and Libra October, were able to successfully tell you guys why objectively, factually, and the behind-the-scenes drama on why The Last of Us 2 does everything the complete opposite of what makes Game of the Year material. Now, I'm going to tell you why. There's so many great candidates, but I'm going to tell you why I personally feel Ghost of Tsushima is Game of the Year. One, the developers made this with such passion. Okay? It's a new IP. They didn't butcher any of their previous titles to meet an agenda. They didn't bend the knee to feminism. They didn't bend the knee to social justice warriors. They didn't bend the knee to the LGBTQ. They didn't bend the knee to anybody that wouldn't support their game, because those groups don't support the games that these developers make, and that they blame the original fans for it bombing. That's the problem right there. You guys are not... Naughty Dog wasn't for the gamers. Neil Druckmann wasn't for the gamers. And the fact that they brought in Anita Sarkeesian to help with the game is a red flag right there. Even Naughty Dog and other game developers should know not to bring in Anita Sarkeesian. Okay? See, if I was a game developer and they said, oh, we want you to bring in this person, this person, this person, I was like, I'd rather see my game crash and burn than to have any of these agenda-driven narratives thrown into it. Yes, someone had told me on Twitter, oh, what about the LGBT characters in Ghost of Tsushima? After going through the game for a second run, no, there is none. I was tricked to try to prove that point, to see if they were trying to shit on my argument about it. Nope. None in the game. There are none. Okay? This game doesn't take place in Greece, and this game doesn't take place in, unfortunately, modern America. But the game does one thing. Made with passion. It was made by the developers who actually went to the country, who actually went to Japan, to make sure the experience that you were getting was something worthwhile. Naughty Dog is basically the new EA or Activision, while Sucker Punch is the new CD Projekt Red, already alongside CD Projekt Red because they haven't made no mistakes. But all the other gaming candidates, I would have been happy with any candidate. I'm just telling you personally why Ghost of Tsushima is my candidate that should win. But in this society where gamers are forced to bend the knee, or you're silenced, for one, because I bet none of them acknowledge that Neil and Naughty Dog went out their way to silence reviewers, to silence people that were telling the truth about the game. They wanted you to be force-fed the shit that they were trying to give you. Okay? They ruined the Last of Us series from this point forward. There is no redemption. You either need a series reboot or uncanonize Part 2 and make an official sequel. Okay? I think that's more so... I think the guys in this video, they managed to cover what I've wanted to say. But, anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say about the matter. Because I can predict it now. This video is going to get disliked by Last of Us 2 apologists, which their votes on my video, like their dislikes don't count and their comments don't count. Only people that can actually explain themselves about the game may even get a say in some area. But there is no defending the game. It's objectively bad. It's been proven to be objectively bad. Factions multiplayer is not going to save it. Go out, buy any of those other games that I showed screenshots for that are on sale, and you'll have even a better time with them. That's all I got to say about The Last of Us Part 2 and why it fails. And it stole the awards from much better games. This is Emperor John Kill 3D Gaming. Catch you all in the next video.